Welcome to the draft, ladies and gentlemen. RRQ on the blue side, Alter Ego on the red. Bans here already. Still opting to go for the 1-1 and Rejoy. Both teams super fast draft. Wow. Wow.
No Claude ban from Alter Ego.
They didn't even pick it.
They didn't even pick it as well. They had the chance. Let's see what they're doing. And okay, Alter Ego, they opted for that of Hayabusa, but RRQ, all comforts here, Rashi. Brethren, Farsa, and Claude.
Technically all comfort, but we were hoping for an assassin showdown in the jungle, but fortunately, well, it can still be flexed right now, to be completely fair, but most likely it's going to go to Albert. But keep in mind, the last time the performance I remember from Albert on the Fredrin is when he went 13-0 and just completely decimated their opponent, so it can still perform in the same capacity. But RRQ, they banned away that Arlet though, so it seems like they're intending to go all in, guns blazing. And looking at Alter Ego, they're just making sure that Sunny Boy does not get denied right here. Having a Hilda against an assassin is going to be so difficult to deal with, especially with RRQ. Just pushing the tempo all around. But keep in mind, a big reason why Alter Ego was able to be so successful in yesterday's match is because they have a lot of winning lanes, and now with the glue, with the Valentina, it seems to be the same kind of pattern. I think the key factor here is going to be what pick goes into the roam position.
I think also banning out the Terizla would be just a solid choice for Alter Ego. Knowing that they picked up the glue, you need Pi to get that winning lane. Also, RRQ have done their homework, like you mentioned, the Arlet ban. We saw Pi perform very, very well on that Arlet. Also, we saw Nino picking up the carry against a counter matchup and still succeeding, finding a whole lot of success on the carry. So it's just a lot of respect from RRQ. Alter Ego, they do go for the XP lane ban, but it's not the Terizla here. It's actually the Masha, which is quite interesting because this was what RRQ used to beat them in the first leg.
You know why? This glue can be flexed. This glue can be picked up by Rossi. We saw it yesterday where this glue just goes to the roam position, and now Alter Ego, they might pick up the Terizla themselves here. RRQ though, showing respect. We talked about Diggy in the pre-match, and there you go, the Diggy last ban.
This hints that RRQ is trying to go for a big AoE engage. As of right now, it could be the Kufra. We've seen Vin perform really well on it. There are a lot of dashes he can't deny as well. Or, if he wants, he can go for the glue. If he wants to try and match the early game vision contest with a Brody in the picture. Both are still a viable option, and now we're going to see it from RRQ. Most likely one of those two heroes in the roam position and in the EXP lane. Something that can just win right here. Lapu Lapu is still open, and we saw that Lemon can perform really well on that hero.
Looking at this composition, I think the Terizla makes the most sense, right? Not just against the glue in the 1v1 matchup, but against the Brody. The penalty zone is going to cancel a few of those basic attacks if the Brody doesn't have the attack speed. And here, we do have a comment from the club legend himself, R7. Skylar's Claude is the #1 in the world. He's been acknowledged by not only by Indonesians, but also by the Filipinos in MSC. I think we saw that, but they didn't go for the Terizla. They go for a signature pick. Usually it's banned away from Lemon. Now it's the Kufra. Vin has performed very well on this Kufra.
Phenomenal.
And the Edith Lemon. This is his comfort. This is his hero. He's the only one who's been consistently performing on this pick.
I mean, if we're talking about Edith, right? It's just Lemon who really likes to play it, especially if we're talking about the MPL. And this just opens up the possibility for Pi to pick up the Terizla that perhaps they need, right? Going up against the Farsa, going up against the Fredrin, I think Terizla is a perfect choice here for Pi. If not, perhaps the Yuzong might work.
The Yuzong to get some more lane dominance, it can definitely work, but the option he goes for is that Lapu Lapu to try and deny most likely Clay, right, in theory. But having an Edith, I think that's just a huge problem for Alter Ego, because this is a hero that can be so tanky and yet do so much damage, and it's going to be drawing some attention away from Skylar, which is the last thing you want when you're just expecting a blazing duet. Overall, having that combination, the Kufra, Farsa, and Fredrin as well, is dangerous, man. If Sunny Boy is not careful, he can get completely shut down here.
A lot of AoEs, a lot of crowd control. I mean, Fredrin can taunt, can crowd control you, Farsa can stun you, and as well as Kufra can give you that Tyrant's Rage. So again, if we're talking about engages, alter ego, they need to be careful here. Again, they need to play reactively.
Very interesting draft from both RRQ and Alter Ego. Honestly, looking at it, it comes down to the skill matchup, in my opinion. We'll see what happens in the game as we jump into that portal. It's going to be opening up here for our first match of day number 2, the rematch of the Season 6 Grand Finals. It's time, now or never, for both of these teams. RRQ working back to the win streak. Alter Ego building a new win streak. Welcome to the land of dawn for RRQ versus Alter Ego.
Off the bat, Empress on Rossi. We've seen that he's usually less proactive. The glue pick actually forces him to be a lot more proactive, and it usually makes sense, but we've been talking about how Rossi has done better being more reactive and playing into that instead. Looking at the emblems here, a lot of tankiness on the side of RRQ, so Alter Ego needs to keep that in mind if they're trying to go for Vin and Lemon, because that emblem is going to give them a lot more resistances that sometimes can throw off their calculations on the EHP.
Well, a quick adaptation already, right? From Albert, he does not go for the lethal. He went immediately towards the orange because he saw that his opponent is going up against the assassin, so he is weak mobility-wise. He does not want to jam on it. Oh, take a look at top side.
Yeah, you can already see the pressure being placed on. This is what RQ really likes to do with Skylar in the weak side of the map. In a weak matchup, they still put resources down below. Meanwhile, Albert against Sully Boy does seem like he is going to be able to get a bit of a lead early on the Fredrin matchup. Alter Ego so far not able to utilize their gold lane winning matchup. But with Rossi stepping back in, this might just be the case. Skylar going to be engaged on.
Oh, with the stun here, Skylar, he is in a pickle with the BMI forward though. Nino will pick up the first blood for Alter Ego Esports.
I'm a sucker for winning lanes, man. Alter Ego winning gold lanes. Let me emphasize that. And the Brody does so well against the Claude. We just saw that.
Skylar just put the BMI forward to try and get a bit more damage out, but then he just wasn't expecting Rossi to show up. So already a great movement by Alter Ego Esports. The timing is great as well, but RRQ, they're putting the first, making the first move here against the Turtle.
Lemon will take a lot of damage, flickers away, and Lemon now will try to escape, but no, Rossi will pick up the kill as Albert will pick up the Turtle. Now, a Fear War engages. Albert will not survive that one. Rossi will pop split, Vin trying to escape, but there you go, flickering away, but the damage will be enough. Rossi again picking up the kill.
Oh my god, to hell with the objectives. Alter Ego playing their way in game number 1.
They're playing their way and it works out for them so far. Having more pressure and having Lemon on that Edith, right? Not being able to be as dynamic, at least for now, just allows them to contest a lot earlier. As we take a look at the talent prediction, only Radit Overman and Nurko here
Overman.
actually picking Alter Ego for the victory. Everyone else believes in RRQ, and so far, we seem to be proven wrong, but in the mid-game, I think this is where the fighters and the Edith pick are going to be that much more deadly, but Lemon!
Oh my god, will this be a solo kill? Pie! Solo killing the legend, Lemon bot side.
On his signature pick, that means a whole lot. Pi, 2 kills up now in the lane, but Udil's going to be caught for a bit, has the Purify, and this is just Alter Ego having more say in the game so far. You can already see the rotations also, though, placed on. I think Alter Ego might want to look to freeze this lane for a bit.
Alter Ego is being a lot more proactive, and RRQ on the other side are being a much more reactive right here. You can see that they're just adjusting to the movement of Alter Ego instead of using that devastating Kufra Farsa combo as well as the Fredrin to try and get these pickoffs. Right now, it makes sense. It's pretty okay still, but that also means that Sally Boy is able to farm up without being contested, without being disturbed by that Fredrin pick, which is, I think, in line with the game plan for Alter Ego. The EXP lane, though, having Lemon behind, dying twice right there, it's just definitely not ideal. The longer the game goes, the more that XP lane pressure will have a big say in the neutral objective situation.
Lapu versus Edith, a very underrated matchup because we don't see it a whole lot, but the Lapu does have a lot to say. Has the anti-CC built in his kit, but Finn wants to fight.
Oh my god, Rossi gets stunned early and he gets taken down. This is already a 4v3 in the turtle fight. Alter Ego, will they commit to this? Is Albert now looking for more engages? Seems like now he says he want the turtle, but Lemon now moving on towards Spy here. Udil caught in the mid side, gets stunned up. Udil has no Purify for now. Escapes Spy.
Whoa.
Popping up Brave Spider in the backside, gets the stun. A lot of crowd control. Albert again securing the turtle. Now, Udil in the backside, Pydo in the front side, and Vin will be taken down. Albert caught, but using the Appraisal's Wrath will take Udil down. Rasi catching Albert with no follow-up damage. But what a skirmish, what a team fight.
The Appraiser's Wrath, man, just barely clipping Udil. That is the end of him. Finally, the first death for the main character for the side of Alter Ego. That is RRQ striking back. And it's not anything crazy. It's the default play. We're getting engaged on. We're getting pressured by the engage tool of Alter Ego. Let's engage on him instead. Vin is just so good at doing this. And with this momentum, they're going for Pi again.
3v1 top side. A lot of stun comes through for Pi.
Oh.
He's holding on though, but he now, with the shield, will survive for a little Selly boy. Gets the double. What an engage in Alter Ego. They're going crazy in the mid side as well, taking Clay down.
That was absolutely classed by Mr. Pi himself. Sir Pi is the way to call him. And man, what a show, what a display of just pure mechanics.
Put some respect on his name, man. He does not move backwards. He does not try to escape. Let's take a look at that replay by the
my
Samsung
God.
Galaxy series. Look at that. He was just zoned in, bursted up by 3 people, but he goes in instead, turns it around, and Selly Boy in the right place at the right time. Now he's 3-0. This is looking very dangerous for RRQ. They have to respect Selly Boy's potential to start carrying, as Alter Ego has been taking over, taking out all these turrets in the mid and bot side.
What a play by Pi. I'm still stuck in the past with that play, but it does seem like Alter Ego are finally utilizing the Brody to look for sieges on the map. The tier 2, the structures are going to be their prioritization over the neutral objectives. And with Skylar rotating here, it's just him getting free both down. Again, this is where the Brody really prevails. Mid-game power spike. We're seeing it already with the amount of damage he's able to output with just the first skill and the ultimate.
A Tournament Memory is definitely a brutal tool in the laning phase, especially in short trades. Now with the map pressure on their side, Alter Ego is going to make a play for this turtle, but RRQ, they're not giving up on it. They feel like they can make a play happen, but Lemon gets taken out.
Yeah, Skylar here will use the BMI to escape from that shadow kill. Will Alter Ego now commit on towards this turtle, as now it's 5v4. Rasi jumps in with the split. Looking for the right engage. Gets the taunt though. But now Feather Airstrike to the backside popped as well. Udil. Whoa! Albert stole the turtle. Now to fight. Vin gets taken down. The stun on towards the 2-man thrower. Alter Ego will not be able to take any member down. It's going to be a kill for a turtle.
Look at Nino. He's hunting for it. No, he doesn't go for it in the end. But yes, what an absolutely amazing retribution steal by Albert. Selly Boy obviously losing out in that one here, but again, Alter Ego haven't really been putting their focus on neutral objectives. This can be bad for them. The bounty is on Selly Boy and Nino right now. If RRQ get one good fight, they can turn the gold lead around instantly.
This is what their team composition is designed to do. Big combo, big team fight, having a lot of AoE and a lot of DPS. So if you're Alter Ego, I feel like the last thing you want is to allow RRQ to be in that fight where they can use all 5 members and use Lemon and Skylar to output damage. We saw in the previous fight, everyone got pretty low. Considering that they're almost 3k gold ahead, that really shouldn't be the case. They can be using Nino, Pi, or Selly Boy to try and split push, to try and separate the members of RRQ, because if you look at the items right here, Selly Boy already with the Malefic War, he can burst anyone down.
Oh, Lemon, is he overextending? Flickers away, will be taken down. And Skylar, though, will take the compensation bot side, but Lemon, wow, what an overextension there.
1-5-1 on his signature pick. Is it overconfidence? What's going on here, Rashi?
I feel like he's just trying so hard to make the plays happen, wherein he needs to just calm down quite a bit, because against a team like Alter Ego, right, being overzealous, trying to overcompensate is the last thing you want to do. That is what they can use to try and abuse what your attempts right there and punish every time Lemon is going. But look at it, Selly Boy gets caught.
Selly Boy will be taken down. What a play by Vin there. Flicker and a Tyrant's Revenge caught him off guard, and that was the bounty that Mirko was talking about, right? Selly Boy now
Exactly.
gets taken down, and RRQ, take a look at the gold shift already. 2,000 from what, 3.5?
The bounty was
three.
placed on to Clay. Clay got the shutdown. This could be a disaster for Alter Ego if they don't win their next fight. Rasi already baiting a few resources, Gani.
Okay, Rossi now will jump on towards Vin. Take a look at the burst damage. What? Now, RRQ though, focusing down on towards the Lord, gets the Lord. Pi will use the flicker, gets the stun on towards Clay, but take a look at the airborne there. Pi gets taken out. Blazing Duets will take 2 members out as well, as Alter Ego Esports lost the fight and lost the Lord.
One fight, and there you go. Gold lead gone down back to only a 400 gold lead. It's basically even right now as RRQ have stayed calm, composed, weathering out the storm, using these objectives to minimize their losses.
It all began with that pickoff onto Sally Boy, man. We talked about them, Alter Ego getting caught off guard. They caught us on the desk off guard as well. It came so sudden, and now with the waves, they can try and equalize the turret, the structure objectives against Alter Ego, and that is dangerous. Against RRQ, giving up vision, giving up map control, that's the last thing you want to do, especially when your members are very squishy, and Rossi gets jumped on.
Yeah, Rossi, not a good positioning from this guy while defending on a glue. But yeah, RRQ will just catch the inner turret bot side and top side here.
We're seeing that proactivity versus reactivity playstyle come into the play right now, and it's RRQ who has most of the say so far in the mid-game skirmishes. We're going to take a look at the in-game equipment by Dunia Games.
The lightning charging completed for Clay means this siege situation is going to be so difficult for Alter Ego to try and defend against, but RRQ, this is what they like to do. They keep you in your base and they keep you guessing where you're gonna go. Looking at the items, Nino has the Wind of Nature to try and counter the Blazing Duet, but the Feathered Airstrike, as well as the basic attacks from Lemon during the ultimate, is still a concern for him to try and sustain through. Pi as well has the Blade Armor as well as the Bloodlust Axe, but right now, if he gets caught, if he is the main target for the burst damage of RRQ, he won't be able to survive yet.
Boy, needs to be careful here. The purple buff was stolen, and now again another catch on towards Rossi. Say bye-bye to him, Sally Boy. Jumping, gambling there. Still able to escape that one. Another good fight for RRQ.
Going up in your own jungle, your purple buff stolen away. There's not much you could do if you're Alter Ego Esports currently. They lost that gold lead. That was what they needed to snowball, but they weren't able to put their foot on the ground on any of the neutral objective takes at all. And that literally just gave the win over to RRQ. They stayed composed and they minimalized that gold lead. One shutdown was all they needed, Arashi, and it turned the game around. Sully Boy and Alter Ego, they're no longer able to push the pace with their tempo and isolate RRQ. Team fight comp versus pickoff comp.
Clay has also finished the the Winter Truncheon right now, so it means Sully Boy has even more limited impact in that game. Looking at the heat map here from Rossi, you can see that it's all about the neutral objective. It's all about denying Alter Ego the chance to go into the jungle and start finding picks and snowballing. In the macro department though, Alter Ego seems to have a bit more pressure, especially in the bot side, but RRQ immediately go for the Lord, forcing Alter Ego to respawn, going for a fight right here.
Rossi now might be a little bit too late. Yeah, Lord will be secured another by RRQ. Rossi, defensive flicker. Take a look at the backside. Albert gets Rossi. Suppression in the backside. Pi will not be able to escape. And Clay will fall, not just yet. But it's going to be 3-man taken out as Sally Boy now is going on the retreat. RRQ, what are you on? They're going insane right now.
What a play by Clay, flickering out to safety from the bravest fighter. One minion. They're not going to be able to end right here. Alter Ego are able to stay in the game for a bit. 3 seconds on Rossi. Vince looking for it.
Oh my god, another catch here. Luckily, he still has that quad shadow. Now Rossi joining again for the defense. 2 base turrets taken down. Bot side left standing with the Lord marching. It's not looking good for the 3 masks.
RRQ are staying here. They know that they have advantage, but Clay is half HP. This could actually prove to be the mistake, but with the long range available, they seem confident. They're going for the final base turret. They are not letting Alter go off that easy. It will be an easy take, but are they going to continue? Because Sally Boy is nowhere near.
Okay, Vin haven't anyone Rossi, though, will take a lot of damage, and he will get taken down. And take a look at Pi, trying to deal damage in the backside. Clay, though, caught this time. Albert will not survive. Take a look at the damage from Selly Boy. Bin catching Nino and will be taken out by Skylar. What a match, 2 for 2, as RRQ will go for the discipline and retreat.
What an amazing team fight there by both these teams, but if we're talking about value, it has to be RRQ. 3 base turrets, 2 members down, literally with the immortalities popping as well. RRQ, their composition needed to wait for the late game, and now they are here. Alter Ego fumbled that early to mid-game lead that they have, and look at this. Let's deep dive as to what happened in this replay.
Well, first of all, Clay gets taken out, so he wasn't expecting Selly Boy to come from behind. But afterwards, they just played it perfectly, and Vin is an absolute assassin, man. This is not the first time in the midst of a chaotic team fight he's able to somehow find, not only notice where Nino is, but engage on him perfectly. It's, I think, the 3rd time in this game so far, and Nino is definitely sick of it at this point. If you look at the items here right now, Skylar is on a full build already, no boots even, going with the corrosion side to just slow everyone down even more. So in a big team fight, he has all the tools available for him. And now it's RRQ, just waiting for the right opportunities, waiting to ensure that they can punish. Because even the front lines, they have everything completed. The Anticuras to ensure that the Tornapad memories, the Bravest Fighters, and the Shadow Kills also do less damage. It's just very good itemization because the damage coming in from Alter Ego is rather one-dimensional.
Agreed. Even Skylar selling his boots, getting the Windtalker, additional damage and attack speed to play with his kit on the Claude. Full stacks with the Golden Staff. You're going to see crazy DPS from this man. You can practically just call it burst as he does that to the Lord. Bursts it down with the DPS. They're looking for a flank though. This might be it for Alter Ego. Selly Boy, look at his positioning.
The foreign flank here. Clay will pop the winner's truncheon, and Selly Boy will be taken out. Take a look at Ben catching 2 in the backside as well as Alter Ego. They're in shambles right now. Albert jumps in onto Nino. Insta deleted. And Albert now looking for a soak onto his Udil. Take a look at the damage. 1 by 1. Alter Ego will fall here. Rossi popping this with flip. Mounting Albert gets the kill as well, as RRQ will have one again, deleting every member here. Udil gets taken out. Not just yet though, but Skylar in the backside will look for a split perhaps. Pi and Udil defending.
Let's see, Pi jumping in back again onto Skylar. Doesn't have to win the nature. Pi with the damage reduction, he gets out into the defense, Gani.
Let's see. Udil and Pi trying solely here, but Lemon will focus on the base. Will be caught by Selly Boy though.
Base
Alter Ego, will they defend this as RRQ says no? And then